Hello and welcome, I am Captain Fangdangle. Welcome back to the Pax Americana campaign in Hearts of Iron 4. Last time we started doing our national focuses, trying to make it easier for us to take over the Americas later on, is the easiest way to water it down. We got a fascist demagogue and we're slowly changing over to the fascist party. This episode is probably going to be slightly shorter than what I'd like, because they have to head up and leave pretty soon. So first of all, we'll select our new national focus. We are going for fund the navy. We must be able to adapt to anything new our enemies throw at us. Increased funding to navy exercises will lead to a more efficient navy that can tactically outperform our enemies. 50% research bonuses for naval doctrines, which is pretty helpful, but the main reason we're doing it is to get the bonuses to Marines, because that's how we're gonna win. That's how we're gonna win these wars. We're at 2% tension, generated solely by the German Reich for the remilitarization of the Rhineland. Otherwise, not a lot has actually happened. Britain's encouraging colonial elite, which I believe decreases research time, like by 5%. France is going for improved screen ships, so they're trying to make their destroyers and their cruisers, or maybe just destroyers, better. Germany's going for industrial effort, once again, very good. Italy is going for the capital ship effort, so they're putting more focus on battleships and aircraft carriers. Polish militarism. Hey, we got second, 24 gold medals. What's it do? Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. The Soviet Union, having just come out of the Great Purge, is now going for NKVD primacy. Now, I'm not actually sure what that does. I've never played the Soviet Union before. Seems to be, yeah, you get to choose between your rehabilitated military or the NKVD. Because I'm pretty sure that's what is historical for them. Curiouser and curiouser. And finally, Japan is going for warrior traditions. National unity plus 5%. National unity plus 15%, and division recovery plus 10%. That's pretty good. That is actually pretty awesome. Especially because they have 65, so that's going to boost it up to 85%. Now, when we get up to 33% popularity with the fascists, we should get an event that asks us if we want to start a civil war. We're going to go with no, because in all likelihood we would lose that war horrendously. So yeah, we're not going to be trying to push it hard. Gross. Get your minds out of the gutter. Yeah, we'll change to fascist when we change to fascist. We currently need 200%. That's unfortunate. Do you reckon it actually... I know it only ever displays up to 100, but do you reckon it keeps recording after 100? Do you reckon it could actually get to 200% even though it only show 100? Indeed. Oh, synthetic oil. That's pretty helpful. We're not going into oil plant. I believe we'll leave it as it is for now. We will not start doing that, because that's going to use up our research bonuses. I should have done that earlier. That's poor planning on my behalf. We will start researching the P-40 Warhawk. We want to be able to have an advanced fighter powerful enough to essentially shoot down everything any of our opponents are going to have at all times. Fund the Navy has been completed. We will now quickly fund the United States Marine Corps to get that bonus to Marines 1 and Marines 2. Actually, I believe it's only 1. Yeah, we get 1. It's either for Marines 1 or Marines 2, but we only get 1 bonus. The Philippines likes us. They are a puppet state. Really? Oh, it doesn't take us straight to them. One division. They have a total of 1 division. So later on we may get drawn into a war with Japan if they decide to declare on us, but we're not going to actively try and seek going to war with them. I feel like that wouldn't help us achieve the goals we've set out to do. It's going to finish pretty soon. Oh, we get 2. Ooh. The election of 1936. The day of the presidential election has arrived. Incumbent Franklin Delano Roosevelt has already implemented several of the programs referred collectively as the New Deal, intended to take the US out of the Great Depression. While many of the efforts have been popular, his plans to further extend the role and power of the government have been met with criticism from his opponent, Republican Alf Landon. Coming from the oil industry, Landon wants to see greater economic freedom, while Roosevelt and the Democratic Party want to expand the Social Security and ensure economic stability. The election may be a close call or a major victory for the Democrats. So, this is great. Well, it can be great, especially if you're going for industrial research. But the ideology drift defense will make it incredibly hard for us to... because that's just going to add on to the 20% we already have. So that's then going to be 70%. So, unfortunately, no. We cannot go with the Republicans. We were going with the Democrats. And mechanical computing and such has been done. So, look, it's only going to take us 230 days. That's down from almost 500. Like, to me, that's worth it. We'll let it tick up a little bit. No, we won't, because that's just doing the same thing. So yes, I wouldn't usually advocate this, but at this point, I personally believe it's actually well worth the effort. We will grab the convoy escorts because it increases our subdetection and organization of our destroyers, which is great because that's what the majority of our fleet is going to be made of. We still have no manpower because it's been reduced by 50%. So we have 1%, which is then reduced by 50%, which is great. So we actually have like half a percent eligible core population available. So for all of those curious, 0.5% of 126.68 million is 85.49 thousand. Just, random trivia of the day. A good thing to discuss over dinner with the parents or the people. So what do we got? What's Great Britain going for? They're going for fortifying East Asia because down here, just in here, I believe it's this province here has an insane amount of resources. This one. I mean, look at that rubber. Hot damn. France is going for a naval doctrine, so that, wow, they're pushing heavily for a navy. Germany's going industrial effort too, another good decision, especially compounded upon the industry effort. Italy's going for now a light ship effort, so they're pushing for just a great fleet by the sounds of it. Poland is National Defense Fund. The Soviet Union is finishing the 5-year plan, which increases infrastructure. And Japan is Imperial Austerity. There we go, we've expanded the United States Marine Corps. Which is fine for now, we don't need to grab this just yet, but we will pretty soon. And we will grab escort effort to help us build more destroyers. Just insane amounts of destroyers. We'll grab concentrated industry 2. No, we'll grab new construction 2. And this one we'll grab what was it called? Wow, totally just mind blank. Concentrated industry. We'll grab that one as soon as this one here has finished. How are we looking on construction? We've got 5 left. So, what do we need to drag ourselves out of the Great Depression? I believe it's... yeah. Issue war bonds. So we need to be at war with either Germany, Japan, Italy, the Soviet Union, France, or United Kingdom. So we need to be at war with one of the other major powers. That's probably going to be the United Kingdom or France. Fascist sympathies in the military. Several high-ranking members of the American military have expressed support, some privately, some openly, for the fascist movement in the United States. They feel the Democratic Party has forgotten how important discipline and patriotism is to keeping the country together, and are increasingly annoyed by the army being treated by the government as more of a tool than one of the nation's most important institutions. Some will go as far as to suggest that a new government is needed. One that knows how to lead the United States with strength and tradition into the next half of the century. This faction may not predominantly be politicians, but some of them have gained political positions in the Department of Defense. If these developments continue, they may have sufficient political support to execute a coup. So that's leading on to the event I was talking about earlier, which we're not going to... I believe it would probably give us this area here, but like that would be it. And we would end up having to push all the way over to this side to grab victory points. We'll grab, not that one. So how far are we? Escort effort, about halfway. Not halfway, a little bit over halfway. 60% of the way. So world tension is at 1%. It's slowly drawing down. We're currently at 26% support for the Silver Legion of America, which is the fascists. It's going to take quite a while for this to actually happen, which is unfortunate. Nationalist Spain is definitely winning the Spanish Civil War. The United Kingdom, Mediterranean bastion, so they're trying to increase the defensiveness of Malta. France is going for a carrier focus. They're definitely pushing for their navy. Germany's going for air innovations. Italy also for air innovations, both trying to boost up their air superiority-ness. Poland's going for Warsaw main railway station. which I'm assuming increases infrastructure. Yeah, 2 infrastructure in where? In Warsaw. Interesting. Which makes sense when you think about it. The Soviet Union is going for armament effort, and Japan is going for army innovation, which is probably just increased to army experience. Probably gives them, I would probably say 25. Seems to be the standard. Escort effort has completed. What is the time? We will have to call it pretty soon, unfortunately. 1 moment, sorry. Sorry about that. So we will quickly select a new focus, and I will have to head off. This one's only going to be about 16 minutes long, unfortunately, and I apologize for that. I was hoping to get a couple of 20-minute ones in, but it turns out my plans have been thwarted. I would really like to get that, but that's not going to be for a while. We will grab support Rock Island. Supporting our brave troops in any way we can is key to victory, be that by laying down heavy artillery fire from a distance or more direct support on the battlefield. We must make sure our troops have everything they need. So that's another thing I wanted to do for our Marines, is also give them metric butt tons of artillery. Just plow through this, get it out the way, just hammer it home. How is our... I mean, we could train for a bit if we wanted to. It would give us some army experience, but no, I don't think so. Not just yet. I could probably swing a few more minutes. Yeah, see, I once again I apologize for how slow this game is ticking over, but it will be pretty slow until maybe the next episode it'll start picking up. Anyway, Great Britain is going for fortifying the Rock of Gibraltar, which is just down here. France is going for Alpine forts, which does what? Extension of the Alpine line. I wonder if that's to do with down here. If they'll be building forts down through this part. Interesting. Germany is going for strategic air effort, and Italy is going for submarine effort. Poland is investing in the old Polish region, which adds just 1 military factory in Warsaw. Not bad, not great. Russia is going for NKVD divisions, and Japan is reinforcing the Soviet border. So they'll be in an event that the Soviets will get, basically asking whether they want to make a quick strike against the Japanese or just pull out. I'm not actually entirely sure what the consequences of that are, but I know that that's a thing. For anyone who's interested, this is where I live, down here at the bottom of the world. It's a great little place, New Zealand. And they actually got it pretty right, to be honest with you. Most games that include New Zealand don't really do the nation justice. They sort of, I don't know, put it in weird places. They do weird stuff with it. But that's Wellington. That's our capital. Oh, there's actually a Stratton. Interesting. Anyway, what is the time? How long will we be going for? 19 minutes. That's pretty good. We will wait until none of these are. We might be able to get to that one. We'll wait for our support Rock Island to finish, and then we'll pick a new one, and we will call it there. Oh, the Hindenburg disaster. So the Hindenburg, the airship, has indeed caught fire and exploderized. Oh, the humanity. Also, I have no idea why I just said exploderized. I apologize. We have 100.5 ships. Well, that's just not good now, is it? Why have we got one submarine? Cool. Cool, so we'll be supporting Rock Island, so we will now, still not enough, obviously we're at 1%, still not enough to get war propaganda. That's helpful. So we will be grabbing the Air Warplanes Division, get us some air experience. So, we will have to put a break here. I thank you all for taking the time out of your day to watch this, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come back to watch the rest of the series. I thank you very much. So I hope you have all have a great and wonderful rest of your days. Alright, have a good one. Bye.